Hello. It's a lovely morning here in Drive Beyond Horizons. As you may have noticed, we are in the Speedle today. We're about 10 parts shy. There's been a game update, and it's been vexing me, giving me grief with my controller, giving me grief with doing things in the home garage. I had to disable my controller. They have made adjustments to the controller setup, which seemed to improve the sensitivity. My controller was massively oversensitive, and it made things fairly difficult. That's kind of the way things are with my controller, but their adjustments allowed that to be eased off a bit, so it was easier to drive and that sort of thing. But now, I was trying to get everything working the way I would want it to, mapping the buttons to the right items and such, and it just completely went wrong. And I couldn't change it back, even though I reset everything to normal, or I did what I would think. They have an icon which is not labeled, but it's a red backwards arrow in a circle. I figured that was a reset, but it didn't reset anything. So I'm back to working with keyboard. It's not anything I want. No. BTR. BTR, all GTR parts. Don't need GTR parts. So things might not be quite as smooth. Brake light. No, I don't need a brake light. I need headlights for my not my Tomahawk, my Kage. And the other thing they've done is they appear to have removed the slot machine from the top of every garage. I've not found a garage with a slot machine. Also, all of the radio towers are only very partially loading. There's nothing there except the computer and a few of the fence panels. So I expect there will be another patch coming out shortly. And they also changed the font on the parts identifier. Brake pedal, I got a brake pedal, I don't need another one. What else has changed? They did change a bunch of things. There's a whole list that you can peruse. It's dead money. Yes. I had already deposited that. So far, the Speedle is behaving itself nicely. Not the fastest thing in the world. No money in the toilets. Only about $1,200 more, and we'll be able to get the extra slot. That's a GTR headlight. Not a headlight, mirror. Looks like there's nothing more for us here. Oh, unless there's something. Up here. What is that? Right side sun visor. Do I need one of those? I may well do. This is a handbrake, or he's got one. Yeah. Let's be on our way. Horn. Can't find a place to put the horn. The Speedle. I'm short 10 parts. I think I already said that, didn't I? Maybe. Does it fit in here somewhere in the rear? Yes, it does. Oh, that doesn't sound like a Speedle. Oh, the other thing they fixed is you can now get into the car through the window, but you still can't exit. I'll hop out the window and you have to use the M key or whatever it's set to. M is the default key. There's $100. There's some more money. Right, there it was. That was 300. Or off on the third one here. I don't see anything. Could be One over there? Nope, not one over there either. Oh wait, it's over here. Nice. Like that. Let's see if they've changed the gold bar at the water tower spawn site as well. They do like to move them around, change them, keep us on our toes. It's a levitating tower. We'll just levitate ourselves up this ladder. And, nope, still gold brick here. Lovely. And that should be enough. I think we needed 54,100 or something like that. 200 maybe. No car parts, no cow pen. That window, the rear window there, is one of the parts I'm looking for that I know about. We need the other headlight on the right side of the car there. It's 2. I've got the interior light. Don't know what else. Oh yeah, the door liners. Got that liner, but not that one. So that's 3 items. This item, I think, is a headlight for the can't remember. Is it the Kage or is it the Tomahawk? I don't know. But I'm looking for a pair of headlights for that. But it won't identify, and it won't can't be sent to the home garage in the part sucker. So I'm hoping it will, when I save the car, make its way to the home garage. Or suppose we could $55,000. We could do two things in one. We could buy a new slot. 70,000 for the next one. Ouch. One we could. Okay, this one. Yeah, that one. Those are the headlights, of course, but doesn't look like 51. 51. Nope. Darn it. Okay, no use saving that back home because it's still there since it hasn't changed. And I just picked up my controller to try to start driving, and of course that doesn't work because it's turned off. But it is really nice to see them working on it. And they've, the devs have allowed people to report bugs too by uploading clips from gameplay. That's in the, I don't remember for sure. I think it's done in the Steam community or something like that. So they are working hard on making the game as polished as it looks. Should have gotten some food and drink at that last stop. We'll be okay. Because there's food and drink coming up. Right here. Probably. Beer. There's soda. There's money, the whole $10. Ouch! The fire's hot. That nearly killed me. Better patch myself up. There's food. No car parts. Except for the mandatory tire. Let's get another nice toasty warm soda. Head up to that radio tower. If it is as reported, yes, there we are. Computer, the water tank, a couple of walls, and the fencing. That's it. Oh yeah, that doesn't work. Off. 10 bucks. Fuel is good. down. Water is down a bit. Well, that's not all. Oh, there's water there, maybe? Yeah. Not much. But enough. It's finicky now. There we go. Still okay. That's nice. All right. One more stop. Doesn't do a bad job climbing hills. Doesn't slow down too much. Not as much as the Tomahawk. all of a sudden the POIs are widely spaced. $10. Wow. 50 more. Red. Electric guitar. Let's see, any other cache? All right. That. And something to eat. Or was it that I put the horn? There. Car. It's a dumpster. A skip. That's his own garage. Maybe there'll be something good inside. There's something horrible outside. Hush. Nothing so far. Nope. Okay. I've got those. Well, this site hasn't been very exciting. Probably nothing on there for us. Car. All right, it's getting late for me, so I'm going to leave it off there. Thank you very much for sticking through to the end. And please come and visit us on the next ride. I expect my new steering wheel will arrive in the next few days. I have received a tracking number, so it's on its way. So maybe the end of the week, with luck. And I have no idea how long it will take me to set it up and get it working. With ETS2 and ATS, the primary ones that I want it for. And I'll have to check out and see what this game is like, because it does have settings for the steering wheel as well. And now that my controller is not working, I'm going to give that a try. But anyway, I will stop rambling on and say goodbye.